Hey everyone, welcome back to Adventures with Edna. I'm Chris, Chances at school, and I'm under Edna. I didn't plan on being under Edna today. Here we are. So, we have another starter issue. And this is with our new starter. Well, our old new starter, when we put our backup starter in. So, I honestly don't remember if I mentioned it back when we put the starter in Edna. This was our backup after the other one fried. But the stud where our power wire connects is stripped out. Let me see if I can show it to you guys here. So we tried going with the double nut method, and I just realized that the other nut must have fallen off because it's not on there. But there were two. But we can't tighten it down. And it was working out at first, and now it's not. So now we're having issues with it just not making a good connection. So, which makes Edna unreliable at the moment, which we don't like. So we're going to pull this starter out. And I haven't done anything with the other starter, the one that fried. I need to get that one looked at and find out if it is in fact repairable, which I hope it is, but we're not doing that today. I found a old school starter and alternator repair shop that's not too far away. I stopped in there the other day as I was driving by, and they said that they could replace this stud for me with a new one. So we're going to pull this starter out and hopefully get this fixed real quick. We did also encounter another issue while we were in here. We like repeated problems here at Adventures with Edna, and our header has cracked again. So we're going to have to fix that as well. But you can see that's a pretty good size crack. I noticed it because I was under Edna yesterday, and well, not under Edna. I had to use the jumper cables to jump off the starter from the battery to get her started. And when I went to go take the cables off after she started up, I reached my hand in there and was like, where's all that air coming from? The header, which, as you know, was a big issue before. So now we are taking our starter back out, and I'm going to think on what I want to do with the header itself. Yeah, this thing's super loose. Super duper loose. Like, very little tension on the actual battery itself. And that's not cool. Or on the thing. Like, I'm just having to use a wrench because of the stud being stripped. Once I get it out, I'll give you guys a better look. Get that out of the way. I did find out this is enormously easier to do if you take the header out, or if you take the exhaust plate loose from the header. You don't have to sit here and struggle with the starter forever. So if you've got center dump headers, that's the way to go. And power if you got it. Apparently I have two 5/8, which is the one tool I didn't bring down here. I'll be right back. Apparently I need 5/8. Point you guys up there. You probably want to look more at the starter situation than at me. All loose on our exhaust, just like that. So now we have more than enough room to get our, where's the little wrench? To get our starter out, which is 7/16 bolts that go all the way through. All the way through. I probably want that. So just a friendly reminder, if you're not familiar with taking out a flathead starter, the mounting bolts are also the bolts that hold the whole starter together. So you kind of want to get this apart without your whole starter falling apart. There it is. We got our starter. One piece. I got this idea from Daniel Petty of using shipping blankets to lay on, which is a lot nicer than the gravel. I highly recommend it if you are in this situation yourself. All right, so here's our problem. Our starter stud is stripped out enough that we can't tighten the wire. You kind of want this wire to be tight to make a good connection when you hit the starter button. But ours is not, so that's not cool. Well, you might find this interesting, but Edna is currently working while being worked on. Got some nice 6x6 posts here and a table, a work table that Doug gave to us, which is going to be pretty awesome. That's going to come in handy. The posts are for this little swing that I made for Mary for her birthday. So she just got to pick where she wants to put the swing, and we're going to make a stand for it. That's where it's going to go. This is kind of oily from our leaky transmission, so give it a quick little spritz so it's not so dirty when we take it to the starter place. I appreciate stuff to be a little cleaner if at all possible. Let's see if I got some nuts to go on these studs here just to help hold it together in transport. Trusty little bolt box. That's fine thread. Also fine thread. No. I feel like I should know what that is, but I don't know what that is. That's too small. Alright. Well, that was kind of a bust. I love these old metal boxes. Just don't make them like they used to. See, this one's cute. This is our cute box of nuts and screws, bolts and things. What we got in here? This is more like newer stuff. That's a maybe. Quarter 20? Let's try it. Maybe? I don't know. I'm not feeling super confident anymore. Way too small. So it's not quarter 20. Here's our starter that got fried, which is now accumulating surface rust. I'm gonna have to bring that in the building, but we're not getting that one looked at today. All right, I pulled that one off the other starter. So if I can find a second one, then we're golden. Although, one's gonna be enough. Way too big. These Craig toolboxes are great for putting screws in. Is that right? Looks to be. Just snug that on there. All right, you're up, Venom. You need a bath, too. You look terrible. Apparently we can't record and listen to music at the same time. But it's okay, because we're here now. This place is not that road, but it is this road over here. A 101 Alternator Starter Exchange LLC. This helps if the trunk's unlocked. All fixed, even did it while I waited. So we got a nice new stud on here. We can put her back in Edna. So if you guys live in South Carolina, 101 Alternator and Starter Exchange LLC, talk to Gary. Great guy. jumped right on it. We're good to go. All right, it's the next day. We got our starter ready to go back in. This is kind of cool because I didn't know this was a thing. But since I still had some threads that were good down at the bottom, they put on what he called a cheater stud. So they didn't have to get invasive with it and unsolder and resolder stuff in there, which was kind of cool. So this should be pretty neat to put back in. And then we'll be all fixed again. All right, so we got, let's see here. We got a finagle. It's a finagle. It's a finagle situation here. Take off our little safety bolt, which apparently is way tighter than it needs to be. Oh, that's right. The little nuts that we put on to keep it from falling apart in transport. There it goes. And this goes, let's see. Is it like this? Yeah, I guess it's like this. Should probably hit this cable with some sandpaper while I got it off. All right, we're in there nice and tight. Let's see here. We'll take our nut off the stud. Verify that it is in fact a 1/2 inch because it's new. It is. All right, I'll be right back because I'm gonna get that piece of sandpaper. If you don't have like a whole bucket full of old pieces of sandpaper, what are you even really doing with your life? All right, so we'll stick that back up there. Slip that on. And before I got under here, I did look at the cheater stud, and it's weirdly an 11 millimeter, which is fine. What's on it? We're gonna put, I should take my watch off. We're gonna put our new nut on there. That nice and tight. We don't want to turn our new stud if we don't have to. So we're going to put this on here. And we're going to take our wrench and tighten away. Allegedly. Okay. I can't see it to get on it. I'm turning it the wrong way. Lefty loosey, righty tighty. It's upside down. I'm looking at it from the wrong side and upside down. You really can't beat a good solid connection, especially when you're in a parking lot and you can't start your vehicle. All right. There. I feel really good about that. That's the tightest it's been in 6 months. All right, let's get our header back on, or our exhaust bolted back to our header, and we'll try to start her up. All right, we're disco. Don't worry, guys, that's just our old stud, our old starter bolt. We got a nice new one now. I guess the old one did fall off right there. Or no, that was their safety bolt. All right, Edna, let's get you back on the ground. I gotta run back in the house real quick. I don't have the right keys. All right, fingers crossed. Guess I really don't need the keys to test the starter. We're good. Well, we're ready for new adventures now that we have the starter back in. That'll be a load off, not having to worry about it not wanting to start somewhere. I got my spotlight bulb on order. It won't be here until Wednesday. You guys will see this on Monday. So it'll be here Wednesday after you guys see this video. So we'll get that wired up, get that bulb in, and test this puppy out. I got a new headlight switch for the Ford mower. You know, because that was really important as far as everything that's got to be done to it. But I saw it, and I got it, and I put it in. And don't forget to hit the like button. That really helps out the channel a lot. I know a lot of people say that, but it actually really does. Comment down below if you like the video. Let us know what you think. Don't forget, you can also follow us on Facebook, Instagram, Patreon, and now TikTok. Don't forget, guys, adventures are out there everywhere. You just have to find them. Thanks for watching, and we'll see you in the next one.